Yes, hello, good evening everybody. It is I, the one and only guy who promised to write a writing stream but has delayed it twice in a row. I have nothing to say to this actually. I would attribute it to poor circumstances and just overall laziness. Yes, my dog is here. He's looking for something. What are you looking for? My immortal. No, Zero. I'm not doing my immortal. If you say one more immortal one more time, I will flip out and kill. Kill! Instead of writing, I guess you phoned it in. Pretty much, actually, but yeah, like I said, no, like I mentioned in my announcement, I was offered a trip to Singapore and I immediately took it, but let me just discuss that a little bit on the writing stream. So, hello everybody, it is I, your favorite mercenary commander, and here we are, we're doing back our short story that I did a long while ago. Well, I wouldn't say a long while ago, it's just that I have been doing this for quite some time, and if you're not familiar with Five Shots, this is my short story collection. Now, good evening. I have to point this out. I am dropping you guys straight into my lore nonsense without like really giving you a heads up. But yeah, this is the writing stream where I usually just sit down here and brainstorm. I don't really I like to talk usually. I'm a yapper. But when it comes to writing in general, I can't yap all that much. Of course, if you're a writer, then you know that yapping while writing is a skill acquired by very, very few people. And yes, I see you, Roy. I see you, Zero. Sorry, just now I did not say. But the reason why I couldn't do the what's it called? Why I couldn't do the ISO can dig a documentation. They got documents somewhere and catch up. Pretty much, yeah. If you check, I think if you check my server, I'll put this up there. But overall, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna try and finish up All in Water, which is one of my short stories. And if you're not sure what this is, these short stories take place in essentially, you know how VTubers have lore, right? Very intricate lore. If you've seen stuff like HoloLive's Justice lore and whatnot, my dog is just doing some weird shit right now. What are you doing, Morris? Mars, come. Oh, okay, yeah, his pants is gone. Please wear your old man pants properly. Okay, yeah, that's a shitload of pee. Okay, I actually have to be right back. This is so much. Sorry, I'm dealing with the dog. He's peeing everywhere. You have to excuse me. He's a very old man. So if no one takes care of him, I do. Pretty much everyone does. But still, you know my answer. Okay, sorry. I just. Good evening. Hello, Masro. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I disappeared for a while because what's it called? Because my dog needed a new pair of Pampers, and he is he's an old man. He needs to pee a lot, so you can just hear me struggle with him in the background. Stop licking. Okay, right. To explain what happened over the course of the last weekend or so. Previously, I think at the start of the week, I was offered an opportunity to go to Singapore, and because I haven't been to Singapore in a long while, and I was thinking, it's the holidays, it's the holidays, and it's the holidays, and I kind of wanted to just enjoy myself for, not at your guys' expense, but rather I just wanted to go somewhere else that isn't, Malaysia. Oh man, I had so much feeling when I say Malaysia. That's like I wish I could say it with like more venom, but I don't actually have too much of a hate in my heart for that one. But Since my auntie was like since my dad was saying to me, your aunt is going to Singapore, why don't you ask whether you want to join? No, I think it was not him. I think it was the auntie herself who actually like offered me the opportunity to go down to Singapore. And I was like thinking for a little bit, because one, it's very completely random that I will be going down to Singapore, not gonna lie. And I had quite a fair bit of streams planned, and I was thinking, you know what? Yeah, why not? Why not I go? Because it's just something that I was free to do. I don't have any pending work except for marking papers, what I can do later on. And I was just thinking, okay, I'll go down to Singapore. And so I did. Left on Saturday, and then I came back 2 days ago on Monday. And I went to Singapore, and my 3 days there, right? 3 days there were quite eventful actually, because how do you say? One, I went to the zoo. Two, I saw some very interesting people, and three, I took lots of photos. And four, if you haven't seen the pictures in the galleries I have been uploading, I have myself a Sui-chan plushie. Yes, I legit have a Sui-chan Suisei plushie now, and I've been wanting to have this plushie for a very long time because Suisei is very cute. I like her. We're both blue. We're both blue haired idols, you know, blue haired divas. My God. I have her right now. She's sitting on the table very comfortably, and I feel like that was like one of the biggest rewards I had, because outside of that, I also bought Kingdom Come, drawn by the amazing Alex Ross and written by Mark Waid, if I'm correct. One of the more legendary DC comics, particularly dealing with Superman and literally a lot of other superheroes. I love the art style. If you have seen Kingdom Come, it is insanely good. The storytelling is wonderful. The art style is just, you know, for American comic books, it does so in a way that's realistic, but still keeps that, you know, fantastical element. And it's fantastic. I recommend you guys go look up Kingdom Come. If you don't know what it is, it's the Kingdom Come Superman actually inspired the design of the 2025 Superman, James Gunn. So do look out for that. It's mostly just a story about, I think, like old superheroes rising up against newer anti-heroes, sort of like Punisher and whatnot. And caught in between all this is a reverend who's tasked by the Spectre to decide the fate of humanity. It's very interesting, and I have not gotten too far into the plot. So my door just opened. Okay, I think I'm gonna take this chance to evict my dog. Hello. Never mind. You just hit up the bed. You know what? That's okay. Kingdom Come. Yes, it's not that meme. It is literally. Hold on, let me just look it up right now for everybody. It's on the same scale as OG in Crisis on Infinite Earths. It is rather world shaking as well. I can't say it reaches the original. Thanks for the flashback recap. Sounds like an adventure. Yeah, I had a lot of fun actually. I went around, and the zoo was like easily the best part of this trip. But I'm not here to bore you with well, I wouldn't say it's boring, but I'm not here to regale about my trips in Singapore. I want to hear the ride, and I guess I can do writing as well. Kingdom Come DC. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's considered an epic. Yeah, let me see if I can just quickly. Let me see if I can just quickly look it up here, while I just hold on. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, okay, so you can see here, what is Kingdom Come? Set in the near future of DC Universe. The new generation of lost their moral compass. What's the best animal you saw in the zoo then? Easily... there was a lot. I saw a lot of different animals, and I actually went to the River Wonders exhibit in Singapore, because Singapore has been doing insane amounts of animal conservation work to the point where they have a whole wildlife reserve. They call it Mandai, and honestly I'm very impressed, because it's like a small section of that island that's been turned into resort / conservation project that is split up into 4 different areas. You got River Wonders, you got the bird park, you got the default Singapore Zoo, you got the night safari, and then I believe there was one more, or is it just these four? I think it's just these four areas. But the best animal that I saw during that trip was a fly river turtle. I okay, sorry. Before I go into the fly river turtle, yeah, I'm just gonna quickly pull up the Wikipedia page for this one. As you can see here, this is the art. This is the art style for Kingdom Come. It looks gorgeous. I have to point this. It's really good. And the plot summary is that basically it's an alternate future of the DC universe. New generation of superheroes have lost their. Pops is in to take his furniture, not furniture, his clothing. Basically, he is what's it called? It is about anti-heroes versus it's like idealism versus cynicalism in that case. It's very interesting, and it determines the future of the planet. It takes inspiration from what's it called? Alan Moore. As you can see here, Alan Moore. And you can see already from the development, it follows closely in the scheme of Watchmen, and yeah, it's really good. And towards I don't want to spoil too much, but this work is insanely influential to the point where it is now part of the mainstream. I think it's part of the mainstream DC canon. So you know how comic book universe. I think you're one of few adults who still wander in the zoo. It's a good thing we love you, baby. Okay, yeah, the animus is really cool. Okay, I'm not familiar with this world. I haven't finished reading it, so I'll let you guys know more about this comic as time comes. I really want to enjoy it because you can see already. This is the artwork that really drew me in. Just look at the way that the picture, the artwork is structured. I'm not an art snob. Oh, good to stay irrelevant about a decade. It's still relevant now because superheroes have experienced this sort of how they say it, experienced this sort of like throwback era where now we're going back to the era of lighter and softerness. And compare this to Kingdom Come, which has that same exact conflict. We're going from like, you know, not edgy, just some dark and gritty comic books such as Punisher, such as the newer Batman stuff and whatnot. So the new Superman movie and most of James Gunn's new works, as well as probably some of the new Fantastic Four, they're going back to that era of, you know, lighter, not goofier. They're still impactful, and they use an opportunity. They still have moments of, you know, that grittiness that we have come to know in superhero media, but it is balanced by this sense of fantasticalness that makes these worlds thoroughly unreal in a way that is not like it is not like, oh, this is a fantasy world, I want to be immersed in it, but it's more like, oh wow, this is a fantasy version of Earth. Now this is something we should aspire towards. In fact, I think that's what superhero comics do best. They show people a vision of the future. And show, let's say for example, I give you a city. I'm so glad we come to understand AG/adult. AG! Yeah, you see, here's the thing about today's story. It's not meant to be edgy, but my backstory was rather I wouldn't say dark, but it's more of like it still falls on that Mad Max-esque theme, but after being exposed to more like hopeful things like Superman and just not Superman in general, but you know, that idea that there will be a happy ending, or an ending that, even though it doesn't seem very like positive in the short term, has positive impacts on the long term. That's where my story fits in, and I've struggled with a very long time writing this particular story because I could not finish. I'm very bad at endings. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm very bad at endings. And right now, as you can see, a short story has roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chapters already. So I don't know. It's going to be very interesting trying to finish this up. And for those of you who just want to know what's going on, TLDR, it is just a story of... It's just a readapted version of this story where your commander, works with a ex-Yakuza enforcer to track down one of her old quarries. But I didn't like this version because I felt like it was too rushed. And I do a lot more telling. And while I know that show not tell has its actually usage, because there's not a lot of things. Sometimes if you rely too much on showing, people get lost. So telling has a place. I try to experiment more with showing, but not in a way that is like forced. I don't want to spoon feed you, but I want to draw you into the story. I try to experiment it better with oil and water as well. I like do things. I took in a little bit of how I teach my students. I was applying it to what's it called? I tried to apply it to my own writing as well. But either way, yeah, Kingdom Come. As I said, this is just basically my thoughts on what this particular story represented as well, and how it reflects, like how you can see it happening in like modern day superhero settings. Sorry, my bad. Right, the last thing I want to do before I start writing already, I wanted to talk about a fly river turtle. Now, for those of you who have never seen this turtle, this is a fly river turtle. He's very cute. I like him, and this is the very first time I saw one in the zoo. Look at this. He is so cute. Oh my god. So basically, this is a last surviving species of a freshwater turtle. It is once a testudis. It's testudis. It's Wednesdays, my dudes. Let me see this guy coming over here. Look at him. He's very cute. And I like this species because turtles are cute. Turtles are really cute animals, and tortoises are cute. Turtles are also cute. And the fly river turtle for me it's the best combination of like the turtles. Your lawyer also found your Royal Road account, Eiten Dylus. And oh boy, you have one heck of a cannon setting. Oh, you found my Royal Road. Oh, I haven't updated that in a long while. No, I have plans to try and rewrite that. Yeah, I'm just gonna say outright, my lore. I think I just put in things that I like. If you're not familiar with who I am, I'm a mercenary commander of a future mercenary group that has now become probably one of the best chances of surviving against a virulent plague that is roughly a horrific combination of the flood, the necromorphs, and the Scrin from Command and Conquer. And this alien faction, actually, it was from this flip oceanic turtles. It's kind of fascinating. I think what to point out is that how do you say? Okay, I'm gonna read up the article because if I remember correctly, this is actually one of the last few. Yeah, it's only living members of the genus Ceratochelys and the family Ceratochellidae. Among fossil species close to relatives being the soft-shell turtles. Yeah, so these turtles have very soft shells, and if you take a look at this one as well, it's endangered and it is not very well known. So you can see here, fossil records about it. So the species has been around for a very long time, and I theorize, and my understanding is probably because of divergent evolution, it just sort of branched off, and those turtles that lived in freshwater started adapting to land-based living, and so came about the tortoise. While the Ceratochelys family, Ceratochelys genus, sort of what is it called, remained living stagnant, sort of like a lungfish if you look at it correctly. Interestingly enough, I think this is like a lungfish. Look at this thing. I go to zoos to see animals because I prefer animals over people, and this is so freaking cute. Look at it. Look at him go. I have no idea how big the turtle rabbit hole goes, man. If it's anything related to carcinogization, I would like to look it up later on. But I do like the idea of relic species, and I feel like the pig-nosed turtle is sort of like a relic species. Yeah, Neogene or Borneo as well, so yeah, near where I am. Yeah, there you go. I like species freshwater turtles in combination of traits. Flippers, marine turtles, pigs. So it's very fascinating as well just to see. Pig-nosed turtle is not completely aquatic. It's known extreme aggression and captivity, much more territorial than most other turtles and tortoises. Hydrothermal vents that lines our system as well. I've not really seen like how is this ready? Hold on. Oh, sorry, they're here. Hold on. Right, sorry. I have to mute myself whenever the parents are here because my microphone is more sensitive. I don't want them to dox themselves or me, and just out of their safety. But yeah, that's my TED talk for why I like fly river turtles. They're very cute animals, and honestly, I really like them. Hold on, have I not been? I feel like I was on something else altogether. Other well-known relic species, Tuatara, Silicon, and Ratites. Yes, I was thinking about that as well. Definitely, because when I looked up, like... I think I like it, because if you look up Tuatara, Silocans, Tutaku, Gugu, Wallies, Gugu, Hammer Space, like Spider Pig. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold on, where is he? Hello, Wally, come out. You have a fan. Where is he? I swear, this guy doesn't come out when I need him to come out. Oh, no, that's me without my shirt on. Actually, you know what? I'll listen to the shirt. Okay, there he is. He showed up. There he is. Yes, okay, so, yes, like I said, my lore is... I wouldn't say it's, like, the most eccentric. I wouldn't say it's the most original, because, compared to, everyone else around me, I go for the approach that, I'm more familiar with. You know, politics, warfare, you know, war is hell. And, I did it in a way that, you know, just meshed together, and I just combined all the things that I like: monster hunting, mecha, what's it called, the horrific abomination, eldritch abominations, things that men should not really mess with so far. And the theme about this is that it started off kind of cynical. There was a cynical message when I started this whole VTuber lore. Mankind persists like cockroaches. It's not a good kind of comparison. It's that humanity are cockroaches. They just refuse to die, and there is no evolution that makes them... There is no, like, evolution that turns them into an enlightened species. They remain the same as a cockroach. They just evolve just to survive. That's it, nothing else. There is no greater purpose for humanity, because in the future, after a devastating nuclear war and with a spice of... I think I need to pull out the map in order to explain this more. Hold on, I think I have it right here somewhere. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Give me a second while I bust up my Google Drive. But other than that, this story is related to this setting, but it takes place... what's it called? It takes place in during several different times of my character's existence as well. So there is one where... Okay, so basically the rundown is All on Water takes place roughly before a major war that happens that completely messes me up. Okay, yeah, I still have nightmares about that one. Antiphobia takes place when I first am exposed to the violence of this Hollow Peninsula with my father, technically my father figure. Long Night is already it's already an old story. I will show you guys a little. I'll show you guys when I have time, if I'm done early, but it's already done. I don't want to change too much about it. I'll leave it as like a remnant of my old writing style, but it's later on down the line after I lose my arm, because obviously nothing makes a kid more screwed up than losing their arm and a shoulder to a giant major war. Is it the Sunset War? Yeah. Long Night sounds like an old night. Not old night. The Long Night is just a reference to the enemies in the story, and just basically how to Dylus. It was like the longest night he had ever done because he didn't wake up from it. He fell into a deep sleep. So basically that. Endling is meant to be Endling is meant to be a post-war setting where I'm recovering from trauma with a new character. And the last one is based off a quote from a modified quote from The Tempest. And I like this line. I need to read more. On as HS Strive for something 40k. Oh yeah, don't no worries. And yeah, this is the one before I end up here on like Malaysia, present time as well. And at this point, something has come back, and it's majorly screwed up as well. So yeah, that's it. We're gonna try and finish up All and Water first of all. Sorry, I was trying to do something real quick. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. I found it. It's my lore primer, so I will just quickly go through it as well to just show you guys know what I'm going on. Tagline of this one is just hold on, wait a second. Who is this? Who is that? Who was that face? I swear to God, there's just random things going on, man. Okay, give me a second. There was a face that you weren't supposed to see, but that's because this thing is just ass at times. Let me see if it appears again if I do it here. Yeah, okay. I have to change my email every time this happens. Okay, right. Alright, so Sorry about that. I'm back. Right. I have wasted this time. I have wasted so much time. I haven't started writing yet. It's already 30 minutes. I'm yapping. Okay, so I have not finished this up. I want to try and finish this. It's like a side thing, and my my reason for this is simple. There is a lack of VTuber writers in the community. This community I've long divorced myself from in terms of like physicality, so I'm not really there. But I wanted to fill a niche that was interesting. People write fanfics. Of course, you see Hololive, you see like people idols saying, "Oh yeah, I've written fanfics before," but you don't have one that actively writes fanfics on the top. Like if it's for Shiori, like Predator 40k, 10k, Psychers, Advanced Tank, Demons Wrecking Havoc as well. Is Wally one? Who knows? Look at him go. Look at him. Does he look like a psyker? I don't think he looks like think he looks like a demon. He just eats people. A lot of things here eat people. I eat people, so I'm pretty sure we haven't gotten there yet. But if there's one thing that's interesting that I like to put into my world, it's that I've effectively thrown so many ideas into a pot that has become this sort of like smooth-reading entity that doesn't really question why something is there. It's just there, part of the plot, and we just move on because it's part of the world. And that is why I like this setting that I set up, because let's say for example an ogre or a troll. Let's say a troll. Forest troll is a big deal. When you go into when you go into like the forest, you see a troll, you kind of get scared. But here, trolls are now like two things. It can be either a Warcraft style troll, or talks in that funny Jamaican accent, my dude, and then there's no issue with that one. That kind of troll, he probably works with a private military company or does freeloading, sort of like a super mutant. Or the forest trolls are classified as menace, problems, not as they're seen as monsters, but they're not like unearthly monsters. They've been around for so long that they're just kind of just hazards. The whole point of this is that people persist things that seem fantastical to us now that we see in like our fantasy. You got trolls from like the dark spirit tribe. Yeah, man, I've seen things, man. So yeah, basically anything can be found. Elves, trolls, ogres, orcs, lizard people, although lizard peoples are a bit more technical. You can see also them existing alongside them are robots, highly advanced automatons, AI, although there is only one AI right now. That's Singapore. He's an asshole, not an asshole so much, he just keeps to himself. And then you got things like clones and whatnot. In fact, there is one setting that I took major inspiration from unwittingly. It's a tabletop game called Rifts, where there's this exact same mix of like fantasy and cyberpunkish. So anything goes, and you can see the map here that I drew. It's a rookie map. I just like keeping it here because it's a good reference. So home base 1 is not where I am at. My home is up here. If you can see my cursor, right? Can you guys see my cursor? I'm sure you guys can see my cursor. Oh no, okay, there you go. All right, so give me a second. Yeah, consider Shadowrun Rifts. I took inspiration from those and a little bit from that one camp situation. It's basically I also took references to SCP. I also took references to Half-Life. Basically anything I could get my hands on. You can see a mouse. Can you see it now? I think you can see it now, right? I think the mouse should be there. If the mouse is not there, oh yeah, there you go. The mouse is not okay. The mouse is there now. Okay, so right. So where I am right now is I come from here. This is where Lumut would be in real life, based off some experiences. Lumut around roughly Penang here, and yeah, this is like a conglomerate. So you can see there are remnants of the old Malaysian states here and there, but obviously one part of Terengganu is gone. God bless them. Terengganu, I don't remember who else was here. The Terengganu part of Johor is gone, and each of them has been split up into separate regions as well. There are there's new geography because every now so often there are Aha, I remember one other. I mean, you can really see from the left side. One other inspiration that I took from this for my own lore, Stalker. And the reason why I brought that up is because warp storms threaten this place a lot, which is why we're not phased by anything. Because random thing, imagine, like, if you will, you rain, you don't know. Okay, there's a weather forecast, but instead of the weather forecast telling you, telling you death, what's it called? Telling you a specific percentage of like likelihood of it raining, they will say 100% it will rain, but we don't know what will come out from the rain. So please pack anything that you can to keep yourself safe. We don't know if it's hail, and they say then they don't say this in like a worry way. They just say this in a very matter of fact way. It's like, today is going to rain. We don't know what's gonna rain, and things are gonna fall out. So please be ready. That's it. Nothing else. There is no element of surprise to the aspect. So yeah, yeah. I wanted to finish up. Normal rain, literal rain, actual cats and dog rain. Yeah, pretty much. And sometimes a lot of things. Sometimes a lot of things just happen. Sometimes the rain can be. Sometimes the rain can be. Normal rain. The rain could be acid rain. It could be literal radioactive rain, radioactive fallout. It could be literal cats and dogs. Happened once. It wasn't very pretty, but a lot of the raptors around here got fed a lot. What else already? We had, but sometimes the storms, we call them warp storms as well. Warp storms bring in technology, which is why this world is mixed in a limbo of. That's why there's like a risk, there's like an opportunity for these storms to come up with something really good. Think about it as stalkers. How we didn't know who was. We got it twice. Well, it's like the Hawk Tuan meme just came out. I was like, oh shit. Okay, so the idea about the warps is that the origin about them no longer matters. They're here, they're part of our life, and we don't know what comes out of them next. So that life, you don't really know what will happen. This is like the most extreme example of shit happens, you take what you get. And it can either be good things coming out from a warp storm, or a bad thing, or a thing in between that doesn't benefit anybody and it's just a hindrance. Good things can be technology from other universes that tend to be more advanced than ours. So there's an equal chance that stuff from other franchises appear. Star Wars, Armored Core, DC, Marvel, things can appear. And in my story, some of these things appear here and there. I believe it's listed down here. I think it's a Pathfinder as well. The HMS Predator permanently grounded over strata cruiser near the border of Regalia Mira, salvage from Warstorm as well. So this is one example of a what's it called already? Showdown Ultimate Destiny, pretty much already. It's pretty much the idea behind this guy, if you want interesting bonus lore before I go back to writing, this guy is based off a MechWarrior pilot that I had, and I piloted as. I like, if you see my MechWarrior 5 streams, I played a guy named Volga Arnheim, and I like playing him, even though I didn't really RP as him. This guy is straight out from there. He is from the Battletech universe. I'm going to dance on the legal distinctions of this, because legal copyrights exist now and don't exist in the future. Don't matter. I'm just gonna tell people that this guy's mech is just that's a Mechanamu. He's just a mech. But if you want my honest opinion, this guy's mech was a Victor from Battletech, and that's it. Nothing else. Nothing will change my mind on this. HMS British Regalia. Yes. Okay. So basically, the future of Malaysia has been. The future of our world was. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I remember how I wanted it as well. Yeah, this was like one of my. What's it called? Yeah, this was when I I had a lore commission as well. So this was like the start of the Sunset War. This picture started it all, and I was thinking, you know what? I'm gonna use this as well. I like seeing this picture. God. Yeah. So essentially, I haven't really gone through the records about that one. But our country in the future is once again under a union that is part British as part multinational as well. So sort of like familiar BRICS versus NATO sort of thing going on, except now the regions, the countries have shifted again. So the British somehow are back with us instead of us being part of another. I can't really put it into words because I haven't really figured it out from my own reading, but trust me, it's very complex. Boy, this is why lore stuff for me it's kind of hard to explain, but I have a goal in my mind. So yeah. I love discussing lore, especially when I can't keep it. But anyway, yeah, you can see all of my the other mercenary groups. The mercenary groups here are not like not like Blackwater. Not they're back to the old Swedish mercenary groups. They're cell sorts with. No, it's based on the romanticization of mercenary groups. There are cell sorts with, different types of organizational goals as well. So for my example, my family, my group are more on the monster hunting slash defense side. We don't really mess with anyone's stuff unless you're being blackmailed into joining a war because yeah, the bigger nation, like literally right next door, is trying to take over your space, and the only way that you can avoid this is that you say yes and you let your son fight in a horrible war that you don't even you haven't even counted 100% of all routes, and then things just go to hell straight away. God, I'm so we get to see Bevel dolls pretty much. So this is like the good ones. There are good ones like me. I would say I'm decent good. Pathfinder is more on the good side as well. Bridget is on neutral side. Deadlock is more on the renegade. Okay, I'm gonna use this in terms of like Mass Effect terms. If you're familiar with Mass Effect reputational charts, my company and Pathfinder paragons. Bridget neutral, like right in the middle. Deadlock is renegade. Iskander neutral. Task Force Halang neutral. Zodiac they're just the Zodiac is also neutral as well, but leaning more a bit on Paragon with some renegades, and Twisted Knots are just raiders. Oh boy. Don't worry, low complexity calculated with 2 is drawing up sick man with guns. Yes, Lord. But yeah, and I have a lot of different major events that I wanted to point out. So the one that is happening right now, that one writing, is the Sunset War. And the Flesh Crusades is the one that brought me here. If you watch my debut, I managed to allude to that. But the Flesh Crusades are not featured in 5 shots. Flesh Crusades are subject of another epic story. I want to focus on this for now, so I'm going to try and start right. Oh boy, I love writing. Don't you love writing? When you write a lot, it's just yeah. This at the time, but a visit. Does it have a plot? Yes, it does have a plot. It's basically the idea is that I'm working with someone that does not like me. Her name is Yumiko, and let me see if I can pull out my picture. Definitely tonight it has plot. I have to say for sure this has plot. So let me just see if I have it so far. It's probably our fault, Japping into yapping for this shit. No, it's not your fault. I like, whenever I bring up lore stuff, I get into yapping very quickly. This is like yap territory for me. I like yapping about lore. I like yapping it to my friends. And I'm wary because when it comes to yapping, I do it more than any other VTuber. Other VTubers have lore as like set dressings, if you get what I mean. Set dressings for like, I don't know how you say it. There is no progression to other VTubers. They just have a lore as like I'm a succubus vampire, titty sucker, whatever that shit is. And they don't really follow up on it. Some of them do, some of them don't. And in terms of business, of course, you wouldn't want to focus on lore, but because I don't want to focus on business. I want to focus more on lore, and I could take this opportunity to make to get advantage of this. I might as well just take it, just do my own thing. I'm gonna do my thing. Also, by the way, I'm gonna pull up that picture I was gonna bring up. Okay, so basically, this story is about me and this girl. Where is she? Yeah, there you go. Me and this girl. We work together. She hates my guts because I helped burn her city down. She is basically a very emotional yakuza, ex-yakuza enforcer, psychic powers as well. So basically, she's a psyker, and unfortunately for her, the person she's working with is literally the actual worst person to work with because my brain is a bona fide black zone. I can't really say what's inside, but it's not pretty. It's not happy. It's sleeping, but it's not happy for sure. And we get paired. I accompany her on a mission to kind of sort out her past because otherwise she won't be able to help my group. In fact, I put it down here somewhere else as well. It's just like I put it down here somewhere as well. What's it called already? I got pissed at her because she just does not want to move on, and in fact just kind of ditched me to just entertain her brother, who we are killing at the end of this chapter. So yes. Back again. It's time. Right, this girl, what's her name? Yumiko, emotional wrecks and needs therapy. She's emotionally wrecked to the point where she cannot use her power, so in fact she's just gimped. But throughout the Sunset War, she does actually sort of get over it, but not in the way, not like completely 100%. It's more like life has given you a devastating blow, but it's up to you to do what everyone has before you and just build your way up into accepting what has happened and moving on. Not in a you'll be happy about it, but in a way that you can continue on with your life. It's a fairly good thing. People need to take into account nowadays. I feel like it's a good thing to implement. But this story is not that story. This story is not where she does what's it called? This story is not her gaining that acceptance. It's just her acknowledging that there's nothing much she can do about her past, and her killing her brother is just, at the end of the day, he's just more of a problem than anything else. So killing him was necessary, but it didn't fill any holes in her heart. And of course I lose my arm in this one. I'm gonna make it a point, just lose my arm here and there. I'm back. Let's go. Later on, get back. Context. I know some context missing everything else. No, it's fine. This is the context. You're working with that context as well. So what happens in the Sunset War is directly it's leading up from this event. So basically, Oil and Water will lead into the Sunset War, and still explains why, even though after we work together, they're just utter shit. The relationship is terrible. Back alley, doctor, surgeon. Editor. Okay. Would later find a gaping several. Yeah, so basically that's it. Several gaping holes. How reflective is the story for you? It is my lore. Hey, Bluevin. My lore is surprisingly. It is a personification of my real I say how my persona, how my thoughts and philosophy go into it. 100%. When it comes to Dylus as a character, just leaving you on the background, no problem. When it comes to Dylus, I focus more on implementing my real life issues, and one of the things I struggle with is I believe, if I get my diagnosis correct, I mean it's from the therapist, I struggle with bipolar, which means I can switch moods quite instantly, which is why Dylus has that things in my head, and why in the story you can see I quickly switch between different moods. Like one moment I'm calm, the other I'm hyperactive because I'm drawn into the fight, then the next moment I'm also angry again. I switch between moods insanely quick, not to the benefit of anybody. Like sometimes sometimes like it benefits me, but there are a lot of times where it doesn't, and it just proves to be an obstacle, and the whole goal of the story is that I have to learn to deal with, well, not to remove whatever is causing this mood swings, but to live with it. And how it finishes is in the present day. Now that one I have planned out, but I have not really sorted out any lore about that one. I'm just focusing on the past. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna continue onwards. It is just basically whatever happens here is mostly free of like the by understand quotes politics, because obviously in this time all politics are gone. You'll just see wreckages of different things as well. It's like that episode of Love, Death, and Robots where the three robots they go around, they go around and start to job at like tech bros and whatnot. I'm doing the same thing at the same time whenever an opportunity comes up for it, but I don't have the understanding of what actually happened, so my opinions are completely different. No, not going to be similar to my real life opinions, obviously, but there will be situations where those opinions that I already have in real life will be implemented, but it comes naturally, not to the point where it becomes an author track and highly boring as a result. So it's just going to tea. I hope that clears things up, because my explanations are very vague. Trust me, when I have a straight mind and I'm not yapping mode, I have a straight mind. I can explain this more sensibly. It's just that I'm doing this live and it's hard to put it into words, not gonna lie. It's like I don't have a script right here. Giving this his both his lung later that seem to lungs. Why lunges just long? The bridge of Noble Bright. I mean, yeah. I mean, the Noble Bright is that Night Stalker. If you read another story called Night Stalker, I have good motivations. It's just that because I am. Does Dylus have a favorite car? Motorcycle. I have a motorcycle that I ride on, and later on in the Sunset War, I haven't written that part yet. I go on a train heist. I haven't recollected that part yet, but I go on a train heist and I use my motorcycle. It has grenade launchers, obviously, and I definitely did not take it from Bucky in Thunderbolts. Okay, yeah, so the lack of a response, not even by the alley creatures or the wind itself at him. He would several attempts oh, so three more whistles follow. Three long, like the tab they surpass like 30,000 words. No, not really. How many words is this again? No, not really. I'm not at 30,000 yet. Three long whistles followed, then was replaced by somber rolling shuffling. Prepare to bring so what seem yes we've Mom, can you hear my mom? She's just talking to my dog. what is it called? Toddler's rope shoe. And check it. As soon as she got on her feet. Yeah, there you go. No, I always watch your streams when you're max volume so I can hear whatever you're rapping about. Yeah, because my parents are moving out their stuff from their wardrobe to what's it called? Their wardrobe from my room to their new wardrobe in their room, which is literally like the source of tiredness for the last 2 days. We've been setting me and my dad's been setting up that for that wardrobe there. So it's very tall, so they're gonna be in and out here and there. Yes. Leaking blood. Some. Sorry if it seems like what's it called? Sorry if it seems a bit edgy, but I just how I write. I just like writing this style. It's comfortable, but I think I'm doing a good mix of like show and telling and more on like less pronouns here and there. Without hesitation. It wasn't. Where is it already? Pinkish haze. Not even by. You writing streams because it's learning what thing out loud. Do you not try to hear your thoughts loud? Yes, I hear the voice. I know the voice about the voice in your head now. I do writing streams because I feel like it's okay. It's interesting to point this out because I do writing streams because I enjoy writing, and like I said, there's a niche. A lot of people do not stream writing, and I understand why. Because why on earth? Like it's like a thing where you see art being done, right? Art has a tangible value. You can see it being done. You can visualize it immediately, and it's really cool. Writing is much harder than that, but that is where I feel like I I do well in letting people imagine stuff while I write things on the fly. There's an issue with that. and I don't do it because I am worried about myself. In fact, I think the thing that stops me most of these days is just games, games in general. It's stuff like abiotic where I get distracted and I don't finish anything because I'm like too distracted in finishing a game. So yeah. Let's just stream your writing because it's difficult to write and remain entertained. Think as you write and remain entertaining. Yeah, because I think writing is hard, and a lot of people are quite surprised that I stream my writing. I still have to open up my stream, what's it called? Yeah, it's just because writing itself, a lot of people write, but I feel like I want to inspire more people to write openly, and I feel like it's good actually. A lot of people just want to write more. Apparently, I inspire people. I don't know how I do that. The cloud had that. Not with their eyes. So, apparently unaware that their piece of rebar stuck in her leg. From the way she dragged body, possibly dragged itself towards, jeez. It's like, I believe she did know. Rightly did not. With this, he said. Nothing ever changes. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. Let's go. By the time the both of them had reached back, she's machine. The dust cloud coated the town gas. Snow was yeah, this is why I find difficulty in endings as well, not gonna lie, so. Okay, I can rearrange some of these words better. Was it already? The town. Everyone wants to see the end result, but rarely process. Like us centralized artists, so anytime watching will feel disconnected and there's most people. Yeah, true. That's why writing streams are, I believe they are hard. but there is a way to make them entertaining, but I haven't fully discovered yet. Like the writing collabs are fun because at least now you can see our you can hear our banter and you can see the result, because I usually try and finish the stories then and there. If you see my previous writing collabs with Honey Roll, with my friend Ollie, and then you can see the other VTubers I collab with, we finish the story then and you can see the results, and I just publish it. I usually just put them on the internet because I think it's fun. Town. I am both members. And the end of their journey to watch Sanji's machine crackle and spark. Crackling and sparkling. The blast. Ardent. Got enough there. Cockpit is partially exposed, a mess of wires and okay, my dad's not. Okay, sorry, my bad. Partially exposed behind a, what is that called already? A hanging and a hanging grove display of loose wires and countermeasures akin into a hanging grove. Guns out. Someone repeatedly punched within. Should I change the music? No, we still have swallowing ideas that prepare writing. At least that's how it go for me. Yeah, that's true. Pulling back the curtain. Had been vulnerable shellfish. Wires. Yumiko beheld side of the console. Machine's console. Yes. There were many words spoken, but only 4 minutes. There were many things spoken. endlessly. Endlessly whimpered sounds a bit more lewd. How do I say this? Sue that she instead of a dignified pilot suit, the man was completely naked. His back in menagerie. Pipes. Circuits. What's it called? Tight. Spine. You know what? Instead of saying completely naked. His seat, not suit. What the hell? Menagerie are pipes. Invasive menagerie. Invasive menagerie are pipes. Crude metal. How do you describe it? It's just like a sea of metal, like on his back. You know how like of crudely welded cybernet. Welded cyber. It's and strap. Open by. Way neater than mine, damn. Is it? I follow a structure. For sure. Wanted to see. Follow any. What's it called? Any misconf. I've been meaning to ask, does smirk shows how influence writing our structure? Sometimes it mixes up things that are the wrong thing, like in school. No, I don't really think so. Sometimes I have a goal, but if you have like an idea on how to like suggest improvement, I'll integrate it as well. That's the cool part about writing, is because when I include you guys into it, it's definitely an iterative, collaborative effort as well. So it's an opportunity to just work together as well. So it's fine. I don't really have an issue with you guys. How do you describe this already? Open. this into it could only describe sorrowful, smooth object. Whose forte had been how do you say this? This person never really smiles. Like you see here, it doesn't really make an expression, so I'm trying to see how it is. Whose forte had been who wore a wearing an unchangeable mask. Barely holding all that they had done. Bodies. Never to be sullied. Never to be tempered. Tempered. How do I do this really? Like this. Buddy, why was I thinking buddy for some reason? What the hell? My thoughts. Sometimes I can just blurt out random shit that I just say. Sometimes it's just kind of funny. Babbling corpse. Someone. once this. No weakness. Obstructive. Anything else here? I mean, like, I'm sorry I'm being silent. So I just have, like, the focus mode. You know what I mean, right? I just have, like, the iron focus mode where I just have, like, a... You know, I just try and figure out what to do here. It's not too bad, though. No weakness. Good there. Just locking in. Yeah, holding on his revolver. No chambers. There was only one. 5 chambers. One round was chamber. Stood there. This scene is something I want, like, to have written as well. It's like Dylus's face just very bloody. Like, the dude probably has, like, his cap kind of busted. Like, he's there, cape tattered, missing an arm, and with his flesh arm, he just offers his revolver to her. I feel like it's gonna be a very poignant scene as well. It's just like, you make the choice. There is probably, you have to make the best decision you can, and that probably is just like the one thing. It didn't. No words accompanied. Yes, sure. Okay. No words accompanied this gesture. Only a look. It's a pretty metal picture, but I like that picture. It's been on my mind as well, so might as well just put it in, you know. Only a gentle nudging. Only a gentle nudge. Need to be. For some reason I was thinking of Trepang 2 in my head. This one. Only a gentle knock spoke. In his eyes. Oh, okay. That just offered me something. And then written on his eyes. It's a question. Bolster. Question. Of carved wood. So footfall. Footfall. Is it? She turned to darkness. It's like a closer eye. Who turned? Slowly. Okay, there you go. The final and finally. Stop. Witching. Okay, how do I do this without sounding like an asshole? check. How do I finish this? Okay, that's it. I think I'm done. I'm happy with this. Is it? No, I don't think I'm done. I don't feel. No, hold on. It's a Twitch and contour. Nothing remotely. Wait. I think it's semicolon. Semicolon will work here. Nope. Or anyone's. Okay, I'm gonna end it on this already. I think nothing solved, nothing gained is good. This is just a pretty good description of what happens here. It's not I guess it's a bit sad, but the message here is that pursuing all this for like a chance to like find meaning, all this in extremities doesn't get you anywhere, and more like seeing her brother is just like a reflection that if you end up like this, you just die alone. So she doesn't learn like the people that took her in are like the best chance for her to actually make a new life. She hasn't internalized that message yet. So here is just the sad ending. So yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think All in Water is done. Hell of an ending for sure. Jesus. Well, that's it. I think that's it. I'm happy with All in Water. It's done. Let's see. How many words is this whole thing? I'm actually very curious. How long is this entire story? Let's see. 17k. That's not that bad. Pretty good. Okay, I'm done. All in Water is done. Right, mercenaries. That is good for that part. But I can't sit on my bridges as well. I'll probably release this later on, just like review. I feel like the ending could have been better, but I'm really bad with endings. Okay. Right, so now I'm gonna move on to the child one. It's gonna be a complete move. All civilizations. How am I gonna make this fancy pantsy, yeah? I wanna make this fancy pantsy. How is it ready, huh? Let's see what else. I'm trying to think of something here. All civilizations rise and all based on decisions. Parents? What's there? When applicable, civilizations rise or states based on religion. Parents. when it was not time for nature. Nature to clean up the world. It's time for parents to show and be given the best, not just for themselves, but for every parent, every man. In the freshly smelled how do I do this? Yeah, by the way, we're done with all in water. If you're checking in again, all in water is done. Leave it here. I'm gonna release this. Everyone just say, okay, you can just read all in water. Even in the waste. Lands. We still need. Huh? Anything else so far? It was the best race survive. There it is. Okay. Right. The guild. Okay, you know what? I'll start it from this here. I think this is a good one. Let's just start it from here. Build. Almost bristling. Just put this in the middle. Tables. What tables? Oh. Mercenaries and concerned. The right side of the guild. Swishing. What is beer in Malay again? Is it just beer? Beer in Malay. Rough beer. What does that say? Clattering. That's like a hex root, no. Top there, wooden tables. Okay, perfect. Tables. Transactions. Discussions. Heading. Chitter. Where would a guild station be? The sun on the right. Fall into the right station. Not really a focus comfort. But Sinor chat. I'm playing the Helldivers X ODST collab. Very excited actually, since I'm playing ODST music. I'm really excited for this to come out. I'm just I'm just looking at it and was like thinking, holy shit, this is like this is everyone's dream come true. And the fact that it's just Halo 3 ODST specifically, it's just really cool, and I really enjoy what they're doing right now. I cannot wait for it to come out, but I think when they come out, I'll be away doing some stuff as well. I really want to play it. Forts. Scorches. No. Changing between shades. Blue, red, chili, green. This was purely out of respect. I was expecting the entire story like you get isekai in experimental dark fluid, but it's cool. Yeah, I don't think they'll do that. They won't go that far to make. They won't go that far to make what's it called? They won't go that far in order to make the collab. Honestly, I think how they do it right now is actually pretty good, really. So I'm gonna bring up one more reference because I need it for this particular character. If I can do it really so far. I don't know if Omega did this one. I'm just gonna use the move board because I can't be arsed to find it right now. Yeah, this is gonna be a robot character. There you go, robot character. Okay, robot character. Stranger things. Poppy. Oh. One. Yo, Ton reveals like bro. No, he's my uncle. Yeah, this one's my uncle. Yeah, he's basically someone a robot who's taking care of me. He doesn't really know how to deal with me, but knows I'm pretty dangerous. So he can't really go near me when I'm active. Otherwise, he shuts down. So yeah, this is my entire mood board for him as well. He's basically my uncle, and works with my dad. Basically, he's just like two halves. Basically, one is logical, one is very emotional. You can see all this kind of stuff here. God. Wonder what names I could use for this one as well. This one should take place nearby the Pursuit Specialist place. It should be. The guild should be in Lorgus Robot Uncle. What? Yeah. Robot Uncle. Yeah. Fun fact: he's dead. In the current time, only 2 people survive in my family. It's me and Yumiko. We're the only 2 survivors of the family because of the Flesh Crusade. So basically, uncle is dead, dad is dead, lizard friend is dead. A lot of people are dead. So yeah, but it's cool. I can still just. Let's see if I can have a town name as. Fact. Where's the name from? What's a random town fact in Malaysia? Popular kampung. Let me see if I can have popular kampungs. What the hell, Kampong Tengah? What the hell is this? What is tanga? Why is there so many tanga? Kola Town. Sincerely indicated. Oh, no. What is this really? Furrowed his brow. Presses as a diamond. What's the latest entries? I don't know. Because some war committee did. Basically, it's post Sunset War around the Flesh Crusades. If we take a look here, the Flesh Crusade. We're after the Flesh Crusades. We're sort of after the Flesh Crusades, but at the same time, I was sent at the tail end of the Flesh Crusades, and after like maybe about 3 to 4 months, I'm sent to the present. The Flesh Crusades end. So yeah, there you go. There you go. You can see here the. So at this point of time, we have particle weapons to help them as well, which lets a train reaction that kills them, like a miniature Halo, except miniature Halo and much more contained. So during the Flesh Crusades, for Tarn, Dad, and what's it called, Lizard Sister dies during the first stages of the Flesh Crusades. The Sunset War, a lot of other members die as well, but yeah. That's pretty much it. Furrow brow. Scratching chin. Let's see. Scratch his chin. Yeah, you know what? Scratch his chin sounds good. Okay, let's see. Bottom. And rest. Let's see. This 2-on-1 negotiation. Pulling up the request. Guild request. Perhaps there. It's at Kola Town. And it needs to speak like IG-11. You know Kola Town. You know what? I'm just gonna say Kola. Kola. I found Kola Town stupid. Or Kolan. I'm just gonna say Kolan. Kola Town sounds stupid. Islands is hill grounds. Any attempts at met with fleet. True. Tree of the hill. What is it already? Legislation. Premeditated within round 200. Okay, there you go. I still like to write like a robot. It's very cool. Okay, I think Uncle should be a mix of slight magic with his axe and some tech as well. I was thinking of him looking like Saint 14 from Destiny. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I was thinking of making him look like Saint 14 because I like Saint 14's armor. So basically the dad just looks like this. Yeah, I'm not joking. He's an EXO in like Star, but he just looks like this. Yeah, the dad just kind of resembles Saint 14 under the armor, although I understand that this is an EXO, not a human. Yes, my dad is that cool. But also an absolute terrible dad. Wait. Matter. Illogical, yeah. Just before the curry, something up. And cheese. Saw young boy coming. Yes. Bearing a massive four-armed beast. Domineer. What would be funny? Imagine it'd be funny. It's just like this like in this hall, like there's so many different people accepting bounties and contracts and whatnot, and there is just one example of an Uma there, like this legit Uma, and then there's un Mandalorian. There's an Uma. There's a Mandalorian. There's an orc from Warcraft, and there is Terminators. Like literally everything in that hall. That would be funny. What is octoplegic really? Plegic. Paraplegic. Oh, okay, no. So. Rumbled. Drawn towards that banter. Is it incandescently? I think it's decently. Good fingers. Down. See there. October. I remember it was like October Star Wars. October, no, it's Octo something. I don't remember what was it called already. I legit do not remember. No, Octo was an Atlantic trooper, bro. What the shit? No. Octoroid? These parts. Is it a good guy? Sentient all ghoul to a multi armed wheel graph chair. This is Child Dylus, by the way. Let's see that. B1. You see. Sorry, my mom nearly talks me. My mom nearly talks me. Oh my god. Anyway, I think I think I did pretty well already for like the first hour. I guess I finished one story, and then this one is roughly. Yeah, it's good progress. I like this. It's not that much as I could. I was already locking in, but yeah, I think that's all. I'm just trying to figure out like this one as well. So yeah, I think yeah, I think I can wrap it up for today. I don't really need to like do like 100% this one as well. So yeah, thank you guys for coming to the stream. We have to recall to clarify, we have finished the all in water. All in water is finished, so I can just link it in the writing corner and just point you to all in water. But if you want to read Ronin the Mercenary, the first version, you can go read and read that. Um, Otherwise, I started work on Antiophobia already, so hopefully I can get on with this as much as I can, and then afterwards I'll probably post the rest of it as well. So yeah, with that, thank you everybody for coming to the everyone for coming to the writing stream. Thank you for the discussions. It was really insightful. Even though I did not really talk that much, I'm gonna go back to the chat screen. Yes, I do apologize for how do you say this? I don't. Sorry, my bad. My crocodile just exploded. I'm sorry if I did not talk that much this stream, but like I said, it's been a long while since I did a writing stream, and I really just wanted to how do you say it? Yeah, I really just wanted to write, and I felt like I got into the groove today. I talked a lot about a lot of things, and I talked a lot about lore stuff. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, if you're wondering what's gonna happen this week, there will be a Warhammer stream tomorrow. We're gonna play the definitive edition, possibly against our friends, but we have to see how stable unification is really, because not that it's not that what's it called already? It's not that what's it called already? It's not that easy to stream that game. So yes. Other than that, what else already? Yeah, on Friday we'll have a game stream, but I don't really know what game is it in particular. We'll just take a look through and see what there is. So yeah, thank you guys for coming to the stream. No raids today, so with that, thank you and have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow for stream. Bye bye.